It's ringing.
Hey, Mo.
Babe, this is Nightmare calling for Black Sky Radio. We're doing a tribute to Major Dick Winters today, and I want to get your thoughts.
We're live now on the air?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, shoot.
Let me ask you this question.
I mean, I don't mean that literally.
No.
I mean, just go ahead.
Yeah, I would never dream of taking a shot at you.
Neither
sir.
would I. Only if you were a German. Go ahead.
Let's. We want to hear your thoughts on Major Dick Winters. Anything that you would like to share about the man, about his leadership abilities, anything at all. We just want to let the world know more about what you felt about your commander.
Well, I'll tell you, I think I don't have to think about it. He was one of the nicest, and for a commanding officer, I think he put it all together. When he had to give a command, he was very intelligent, and I mean this sincerely, and he just did what he had to do. And one fine thing about the man was he took care of the men. He always took care of us. He always walked by and say, "Boy, it ain't this cold in South Philly, is it?" And up in Bastogne, and we look, and I'd say, "Well, I don't think so." And Bill Guarnere would utter a few words, and he used to kid around a lot with Bill Guarnere. And being a fellow Pennsylvanian, I'll tell you, everybody loved him. There was no bull about him. When he was strict, and you knew it. And I don't know whether you're familiar with it, but he was a champion wrestler at Franklin and Marshall.
No, I had no idea that he was a champion wrestler.
Yes, in Franklin and Marshall. And if you check it out at Franklin and Marshall, they'll look at their records, they'll tell you that. But he was a wonderful guy. He never, athletically, he never showed off, or you would think that he never played sports in his life. He was just laid back completely. But if you didn't do what you were supposed to, he certainly would straighten you right out. And but you had to love the guy. He was just a determined leader, and he wanted you to know he was the boss. He reminds me, after all the years went by, he reminds me of Van Brocklin. He was the quarterback for the Eagles. That's the kind of leadership that I found in Dick Winters. When he got in the huddle, he said to the guys, "I'm the boss here, you'll listen to me." And that's the way Van Brocklin carried the team, and that's the way that Winters carried them. And he was such a... I can't say enough accolades about the guy. He was a wonderful, wonderful man. Just completely, thoroughly, and he was such a devout Christian. In the little village we stayed in, that we were training in, he would have a little dinner on a Sunday with the local pastor of the village, and he just found himself, he was always contented with the Lord too, and he never pushed it. You would never think that, but that's the way he was, and we all looked up to him. And I think you'll find he was underrated. He should have got the Congressional Medal of Honor, because when they knocked the 5 guns out, especially Wild Bill Guarnere, who happened to be there, and Joe Toy, another Pennsylvanian from Pittston. He lost his leg with Bill when we were under fire up there in Bastogne. And I think you're going to find out that just thinking about those kind of guys that I happen to just be part of, when they knocked the 5 guns out, they saved thousands, and I say thousands, the kids on the beach that were coming off those LSTs, because the 5 guns were pinpointed and were firing at, and they were destroying the LSTs and killing quite a few Americans. When they knocked the 5 out, they also knocked out 50 Krauts that were supporting the guns and firing at the beach. And he saved, just with his leadership, he knocked out all those 5 guns, and nobody ever got out. In fact, they still use that strategy that Winters used to get the guns, the element of surprise, and the Krauts never knew that they were there. It was 12 men from the Easy Company, but you got to remember, leadership.
Let me ask you a quick question. The strategy that they still use, is that something that
they use in the Army right now? And I understand that the Corps uses it, and that maneuver that Winters used to knock out the guns.
Is that a maneuver that he came up with solely? Was that just
yes,
something he did?
Exactly right.
Wow.
It was solely his own idea and his own, well, according to the situation, he did what he thought was right, and it proved to be 100% right. And I think they only lost 1 man, but it was really, really, they train the kids under that situation now, and using Winters' technique that he gave, and Bill Guarnere, I guess, told you, but that's one of the 3 reasons that they did knock out the 5 guns, and it was 5 guns.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
Yes.
That he took it upon himself to create what needed to happen.
They were the only ones in that area. That's why he took it upon himself. And they knew they had to knock them out because they knew they were pinpointed on the beach, and they saw it, and they had to get it because the American boys were being killed right on the beach. Never got a chance to get out of the LSTs.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He deserves the CMH instead of...
He certainly did, and we're so damn... I hate to curse you. I would use a few pointed... I don't want to do that, but I do, but I don't. But I'll tell you, he deserves every bit of that Congressional Medal of Honor, whether it's politics or what. I don't give a damn, but I know he deserves it.
Well, I would say that out of everybody that curses today, you guys pretty much have deserved the right and earned the right to curse whenever you want to. So
you goddamn right. And I'm going to tell you, Bill Guarnere would tell them all. And Bill admired the guy so much, but they used to have running jokes between themselves and Guarnere and Winters. But I'll tell you, they love one another. The Winters would tell you, best non-coms in the United States Army. We had them. We had the best. And Winters knew how to take care of them and guide them. He loved Joe Toy, the kid from Pittston. Well, we were all 18 or 19. Joe was a little older. We call him Dad sometimes. He was about 25. We used to say, how they Dad, and he'd get irritated and, but no, he wanted to fight you or something. But he was a great guy, Joe Toy. Chuck Grant, all the guys. Sergeant Mercer, I can't say enough about him. He was a local guy from Philly, married a girl from Philly. His family lives in Philly today, I think. Sergeant Mercer. And it's things like that you got to remember. Mercer had the 2nd squad, Chuck Grant had the 3rd squad, Lampus had the mortar squad, the 4th squad. every 4 squad was a mortar squad in the, the parachute infantry. But you got to remember, boy, Dick Winters was a hell of a leader. And what a great guy to talk to. You would never think that he had that kind of a thing with the guys that he cared so much for. And when I joined him, he said to me, "You're from South Philly?" I said, "Oh yeah." He said, "I got a guy over there from South Philly in the 2nd Platoon. Go see him. He'll take care of you." And it was Bill Guarnere. And I'm quite happy with the way it ended up. While Bill was a great leader, I couldn't have asked for a better company to be in.
So before the war, you and Bill Guarnere had never met each other.
No. Nope.
And for 68 years, you guys have been joined at the hip.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. He's still a little goofy, but he's all right. He was goofy in them, and sometimes he gets a little goofy here, but he's got the heart, really. He's got the heart of an old boy. He gives me the shirt off his back. He's a good guy. He really is South Philly.
If I can just jump in. Hello, babe. My name's Ross, and I'm in Scotland at the moment, and I have a quick question for you, if I may.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
if you may, you're the boss here, ain't you?
No, you're the man. You're the man. I would just like to know what you thought of Damian Lewis, his portrayal of Winters, and how close it was to the real guy. What did you think?
I think it was very well done. I really do. I think that in the part that he done, what I saw of it, I didn't see much of it, but he conducted himself quite well, and he did a hell of an acting job. He did Winters just the way it was Winters himself in real life. Yes, I would give him. I'd give him a 90.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, babe, we're just about to call one of your friends, Buck Compton, who's coming on air with us next.
Yeah.
But on behalf of everyone who's listening throughout the world, I want to say thank you for coming on, and thank you for everything that you've done.
Well, let me tell you something. You don't have to thank me. It's a pleasure for me to even tell you. And you got another guy coming on, Buck Compton?
We've got Buck Compton coming on, and we have Brad Freeman coming on as well after that.
Brad Freeman, great guy, great mortarman. And let me tell you, Buck Compton, you got a champion there. Was a hell of an officer, boy. Great guy, great guy. Had a lot in common. He worried about his men too. And you picked the right guys, I'll tell you that. Brad Freeman, a wonderful guy.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time today.
Don't thank me for the time. Just let me thank you for having the courage to even ask me a question, because, sometimes I get carried away and I call it the way it is, but at least you got away with it without me cursing.
Well, and that surprises me a little bit, because I know you boys from South Philly like to tear it up some.
Yes, that's very true. but being as I went to Catholic school, I try to be as nice as I can.
Well, I try to be as nice as I can too, but sometimes you got to let the mean out, or it just builds.
Well, you went to public school, I guess.
Yes, I did. Unfortunately, the nuns wouldn't take me.
Oh, well, they didn't take much from me either, but I got away with a lot.
Excellent.
Babe, you've been a gentleman, sir.
Thank you very much. I've never been called that.
Well, it is our absolute pleasure to have talked with you today.
That's nice. I'm glad to hear that.
And we hope that you have a great afternoon, and try and stay warm with that snowstorm coming in.
I don't worry about this. This is a cakewalk, pal. When you don't have to dig a hole and live out in it, I think it's the greatest feeling in the world. No, this ain't nothing. This is a cakewalk.
Funny, that's exactly what Bill Guarnere just said.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know what he told you, but I've been out all day in this. It don't bother me. I don't have to worry about it. I got a warm house. Well, that's a lie. Your gas bill will be holy God, I forget about. I'll have a stroke when I hit that goddamn thing.
Yeah, Bill actually said that as long as nobody was shooting at him, he was doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah. It's all true. They can't. And everybody has an anniversary. I called Bill up the other day, and it was January the 3rd. I said, Bill, it's your anniversary today. And he said to me, anniversary? He said, no, my wife. I said, Bill, I'm talking about the day you lost your leg. He said, oh, gee, that's right. The day is the day. So he knew. Yeah. So after I reminded him, Ain't everybody loses a leg,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
I'm sorry to interject a thing like that, but it's
No, that's a great anecdote.
It's true. It's things that went on,
Currently, you have listeners right now all over the planet, including South America, Sweden, Switzerland.
You're kidding?
No. Everybody's hearing this right now worldwide.
Well, that's good. What are you doing? Type it to the people?
Yeah.
Over in Sweden?
Yeah, this is my gig. This is my job. I just sit here and play music and interview fantastic guys like yourself. It's
boy, you got a hell of a job, man.
Well, it wouldn't be possible. I guarantee you it would not have been possible without men like you and Bill and Buck and Brad.
Oh, that's nice of you to say that. Very nice of you, believe me. But it goes a little deeper than that, too, so I think you know that.
Yeah.
You got a lot to live with. But I'll tell you, to gain the friends that I got, it was well worth it. And I thank you ever so much for calling me. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.
Thank you, babe. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, babe. Have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Whew. What a great individual.